Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Can Goodluck Jonathan, Olusegun Obasanjo, James Ibori, and the PDP save Obaseki from Oshiomhole? Wow, let's go to the news. For every political system to thrive, the role of diverse ideas and options must become consistent in matters that may arise, from consistent communication between individuals who have different views but a constant element of interest. We must understand that the political globally is this institution of its own. There are no friends and no enemies. And what is expected in the course of advertising for the votes of the masses is in many cases the interest to win election. That is why it is appealing when youths who are vehicles of change and positive impact get carried away in a pool of emotions that disregard the basic qualities of peaceful coexistence and replace it with coerce tendencies which in the past has only led to loss of lives and property. We must admit that it is clearly ambiguous to take part in any form of electoral violence because politics is a game of numbers and no politician ambition is worth the blood of any Nigerian. As former President Goodluck Jonathan rightly said after he lost the election to President Buhari and was to hand over, such ideology must be propagated in the minds of every politician and political party, and the quest to win election must only rail in our ability to win votes that will hand them political seats and voices, learn how to ensure that people are served in equally, and transparency. We must be very aware that history never forgets, and we must realize that Nigerians are natural historians as they remember everything that has happened in the course of history. What political party must also do to ensure that there are moral standards put in place to check the character and personalities of the people allowed to represent them during elections. This is aside from the ability to just buy forms for different positions. When electorate periods pull closer, we must understand that the change we deserve starts with us. And in that vein, we need to start paying attention to qualities of individuals we present to the public because these people must reflect the core purpose of setting up the political party in the first place. Politics must be a platform for role models to set up and change the course of the society through examples and not mere words, because mere words can only make each step or statement totally hypocritical without basis. Politicians must grow from the massive ways use of propaganda and influence the qualities of fact finding and diplomatic delivery of mandates. Apart from packaging gari and salt during election, we must understand that a bag of rice will not last for the next 4 years. But good roads, good schools, and more developmental projects will be beneficial to the masses that have voted them in. They must be reminded, firstly, about about the direct challenges the masses face when they want to get their vote cards, the long queue and rigorous processes, then the danger that they're exposed to during this period is a thing for the electorate to think about. If our leaders understand that we are just one big community, the step they take to empower the growing generation will be more international and reprogressive and current. We must see how some political preachers preach peace but can build up a mantle to take out a political opposition at the slightest possible provocation. When the youth notice that violence is a language they take after and exhibit it, making society largely tensed and dangerous to live in. As the Edo State election draw near, I must say the situation has become everything I wish it wouldn't. Firstly, we must see the massive use of hate speech and brainwashing of the youth to bring about massive losses of lives and property across the state. This situation is dangerous as the day go by, as we see that no place is safe anymore. From the airport to the streets, chaos can erupt anywhere. And these acts are totally alien to the status, coerce, and code of the people of the South South, who have hospitable, commercial, and force the front of any engagement that requires peace. A place like Benin City is known to be a very peaceful and calm place, with so many places for recreational purposes, has been exposed to instances like some parts of Libya during the time of Charles Taylor. I still don't understand as much as I try to get my head around the fact that the current governor, Godwin Obaseki, is trying to lay grabs in the political atmosphere, the state, and then Adams Oshiomhole. On the other hand, trying to showcase his continuous influence in the state after ruling for 8 years in two tenure. It is time for him to move on and allow others to rule without his influence. The steps that have been taken so far to push their interests have rather taken the matter to another dimension. What they forget is that political situation always affects the economic status and vice versa. So this means that all parties are totally affected. And what more is the fact that it can be detrimental to cultist war and streets of Benin and across Edo State. These boys that are used in different parts of the state to cause chaos and mischief with such emotional empowerment, therefore have more opportunities to abuse an unwarranted power and decide to take the war on themselves to continue to prove supremacy. For Adams Oshomole, I honestly feel his interest at the moment should be at the act to an advocate role and oversee the growth of the state, other than have a face off with someone he introduced to the Edo State people by himself. As much as I know that Adams Oshomole has his game plan already sorted out, it may be time for him to call a trust and allow the primaries determine who becomes the next flag bearer of the APC for becoming the one to be elected as governor in Edo State. I understand that, on the other hand, Obaseki has advisors, but I think the approach to have different seats in the APC may not fall into his favor, with the primaries coming up shortly, and this may lead to having a plan B, and that is also alliance with the People Democratic Party (PDP) to help a smooth transition if need be. What I honestly not comfortable with is the fact that Godwin Obaseki can easily step away from the APC without his power touch and head to the PDP, because this power toucher is taking away the attention from his developmental structures across the state that he has put up as the governor. We realize that the press will focus more on the tutors sent after Osomole convoyed than his palm plantation and agricultural revolution, even the sport festival that is supported to join international recognition is being swept under the carpet, largely due to the political situation in the state. Remember, political economic connections, however, to politician situation is an untone for the economy, and that is largely seen in the revenue that should be gained from hosting a big sporting event is being checked with the negativity situation and security of the political arena of the state. To me, is like water and oil, and both cannot mix successfully together. There is need for political clarity and diplomacy to ensure that development is seen and felt. So propagated propaganda won't take the glory at the end of the day. But I must add this. It's clearly seen that recently Gordon Obaseki has been in touch with the People Democratic Party chieftain like Goodluck Jonathan and even James Ibori, who notwithstanding has his property C of O revoked by Obaseki with the late with the latter also revoking his property. That is a larger number of people judged to step forward showing integrations. However, it may seem that the People Democratic Party seem to be the option Obaseki must use if the challenge in the APC continue as it is as at today. Well, guys, you've heard the story goes on and on and on. If you, I want to hear your thoughts on what you think about this matter. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. We're here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the nations of the world. Um, is it wise for Obaseki to move to PDP at this time? Share your thoughts. Thanks for listening. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.